I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. 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 Every day I'm.
When you in the trenches, you know, it's cool to shoot them bullets. How you gonna defend yourself when them bullets coming back?
Davis thought Santa Cruz was gonna fold from his the popular and acclaimed defending WBA lightweight champion of the world.
If it was the streets, these niggas would have been smoked. Pack the whole group up. Pack them up and get them the fuck out of boxing.
Haney, Cambosis, one of those folks, maybe Garcia.
All them guys is easy work. They easy work, man. I'm the top dog.
The hard-hitting young star of boxing, 3-division world champion.
Skill for skill. I'm much more skillful than Canelo. I stand on that. I'm much more skillful.
You and Cambosis, what happens, Tank?
I'm whooping that ass. Tell him come see me. Tell him hold the belts. I'll whoop his ass for free.
The defending world champion from Baltimore, Maryland.
We from the city. You know what's happening, what's in the city. TheBoxingVoice.com.
Gervonta Tank Davis.
SDS Promotions.
I remember walking in Mayweather gym, he sitting on the couch. I told him he a bum ass fighter. He ain't say nothing, not one word. He got a furrow on his 80 degrees.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Today we got an official announcement from Tank Davis and Lamont Roach and the PBC, and this is what we will be discussing here today on our second show on Friday evening. We're going to be talking PBC pay-per-view on Prime Video, Tank versus Roach, Saturday, March 1st, 8 p.m. Eastern around the world, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, live from the Barclays Center. And Tuesday, boxing superstar Gervonta Tank Davis and reigning world champion Lamont Roach will hold a New York City, Brooklyn press conference at the Barclays Center in the atrium. And it's not yet known if this is open to the public. They haven't released that information for me to give it to you. It doesn't say media to arrive at a certain time and for the public to be there at a certain time. But I'm assuming it's going to be open to the public. Hopefully that is the case. If not, you know, you'll be able to follow along on one of the many social media platforms that this fight and press conference should be streamed. We've seen Amazon Prime Video and Premier Boxing Champions stream press conference in the past. Again, no indication on the official press release that they sent out. All we know is that both men will come face-to-face for the first time. So, you know, we'll see the energy of a Lamont Roach when met face-to-face with a Gervonta Tank Davis. We'll see how he handles that. But not a lot to discuss here. This is just a press conference announcement. It's a good thing, though, because you can tell that they want to make sure this is a successful event. They're coming out extremely early to promote this. You know, it is going to be December 1st when the press conference, or the 2nd when it actually takes place on Tuesday. And, you know, you got to consider January 1st, February 1st, March 1st, 3 months out. So they're getting certainly ahead of this one when it comes to promotion. So, you know, shout out to them. This is what we want them to do. And this is now their second time. So when they do bad, we got to criticize. When they do good, we got to give them credit. This is their second press conference that they announced for a fight that's months away. They did the same with David Benavidez, you know, and he got ahead of his press conference, promoting early and having a press conference. And for that being said, they're legit having press conferences. Last year, we weren't even getting press conferences. We were getting Zoom press conferences. So, you know, the budget is back. They are flying people around the world to announce fights and to promote fights. So this is a good thing, but it's not a long show. Not unless you make it that. This is just an announcement. Not a lot to talk about. Only thing we need to know is that this fight is official, and it's officially getting its official press conference on Tuesday to make it even more official. But anything can happen between here and March 1st. Both or one can get injured. You just never know. But this is what we're talking about. If you're interested, you know what to do. If not, early Friday, and everybody gets to go home early, you know, and we just enjoy our loved ones. So phone lines are open. Discord is available for anybody that wants to rock and roll. And X Spaces, formerly known as Twitter, is certainly available. If you're using X Spaces, go ahead and give me a repost as that's the easiest way of getting the show out, right? Like on YouTube, you can't do reposts. You can only do likes and things of that nature, which activate the algorithm, but don't necessarily get the show directly out to anyone's particular fan base. At least on X, a repost, all your followers see what you're reposting and they potentially jump on and become new listeners, fans, and callers is what we really want. New callers, new opinions. So once again, phone lines are open if you're looking to give your opinion on the fact that the PBC has announced an official press conference for Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. Looks like we got Khaled on the check-in. What is up? And get a reconnect here on the Discord. We should be good now. Khaled? And that is a no. Let me try that one more time.
Ness, can you hear me?
Yes. We hear you.
Shit tweaking. Oh, all right, bet. Real quick. All right, man. Excited for the fight. I saw some Roach footage. I'm gonna watch some more. I'm not as mad at the fight as like everybody else is. Like I think Roach is a skilled guy. I think Roach moved up and down the weight classes. He had said in interviews that he was gonna go up to 140. He asked fought at 135. They like do have some history, DMV shit. So I understand if you want to scrutinize Tank, I understand it. But for this particular fight, and I think the promo gonna be pretty good, that I'm not necessarily mad at it. And it is a champion. It's a champion at 130, common opponent with like Hector Garcia. He beat Hector Garcia. So it's some things that like I can argue for Tank, but I understand those that like want to scrutinize the fight. But nonetheless, man, happy about it. I'm gonna be locked in on the press conference. Tank been sitting for a while, so I think he's gonna have some shit to say. Muzz gonna ask him about the Lomachenko and the Shakur and shit like that. I would like to see him kind of talk a little shit, kind of shit on niggas a little bit. Like, kind of let them know y'all not fuck with me. All y'all duck me. All y'all niggas duck me. I would like for him to say that. But, he might just keep it cool and then not even give niggas no energy. So, yeah, bro. Hey, yo, Ness. So, I already know that Tank gonna punch this nigga shit through because that's what Tank do. But you don't have no intrigue with, like, based upon what you seen from Roach, you don't believe in his skill set at all. You just, like, it's just a matter of time. You're not fucking with the fight at all.
I mean, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be locked in. We going to promote it like we doing. But, yeah, no, Roach got to make me a believer. I don't think he can hang with Tank. No, like, why? You ain't got the knockout ratio. You ain't even knock out the common opponent. Like, the common opponent is supposed to make us want to see the fight. It's like, oh, he did that good. I want to see. Like, bro, you didn't do better than Tank, so why we think you about to beat Tank?
No, that's fair. Yeah. Certainly don't think he about to beat Tank. I think for me, everybody, I think it's only two intriguing fights for Tank at 130 to 135. I mean, 130 to 140. That's Tiafimo, a Shakur, because y'all keep telling me it is. I don't necessarily think that. And then maybe Keyshawn Davis down the line, maybe. But I think the T.O. fight, if he stay at 140, that's the most intriguing fight for Tank. But I think he really smoked everybody. I think we all think this. We just want to see him do it. So I'm never mad at the scrutiny. I just think I understand what they're trying to do. But
I
yeah,
don't
man,
understand
shout
it,
out.
but I would be more happy with a Sabril Matias fight, even not off the loss because he already got a win. But yeah, there's enough time for him to fight Matias. And he's a former world champ, so that goes down as a champ. But at least there's more danger in that fight. It's easier to sell. And let's be real, Liam Pato just beat him, so Tank shouldn't be worried. But he should be fighting people we at least feel could fucking give him a black eye.
No, you're right. That's a fair assessment. Yeah, bro. But that's my call, big dog. I got some customers in the spot, so
Nah, you
that's my
got it.
call. Thank you.
But I'm giving Roach the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what he could do, but he also got to prove it. Like, I'm not about to start saying it's a 50-50 fight just because I don't want to hurt Roach feelings when what he do at this division? What he do at his division to believe that he could move up and all of a sudden be this crazy tight fight with Tank? There's no disrespect in that, and they gotta understand that. He ain't never shown us that, so how he could get mad that we don't believe in what he never showed us? I just don't get it. Brandon, what up?
Yo, hello?
Yo, what up?
Hello? Yo, what up, Ness? So my thoughts on this Tank Rose fight, I haven't even given my thoughts on it, but it's probably going to be one of the best fights I've ever seen, in my opinion. Considering his last fight was a huge success, and Gary Anton Russell was on the card, and it was a good card. So, considering that if this card is the same way as the last card, Tank cards are always good. Tank cards, they always pack a punch. There's always something interesting going on there, and they got good people on the undercard too. Like they had Gary Anton Russell. He's a legend in my opinion. He's probably one of the best fighters, most high IQ fighters I've seen. So of course, when Tank is about to fight, I watch the card or I buy the pay per view, and when Crawford, of course, if he's fighting, I buy the pay per view. This is going to be one of the greatest fights of all time. Because people don't realize that Gervonta Davis, otherwise known as Tank, is trained by Mayweather, and Mayweather is the greatest fighter of all time, arguably, right? So, and we all know that, right? So, he trained Gervonta Davis. Obviously, Gervonta Davis is going to have some similarities to Mayweather, but it doesn't mean that he's going to emulate the success of Mayweather having 50 wins, 0 losses. He may have 35, 36 wins by the end of his career, and then he might say, well, I'm going to retire. So, but the difference between Tank and Mayweather is Tank has a different style of the way he fights. He doesn't use the shoulder roll that often. He doesn't use a Philly shell defense that often. He waits. He loses rounds to get a knockout. That's his thing. Is literally he'll lose 3, 4, 5 rounds. He'll be down on the scorecards, and then once he sees the opening or the opportunity to get a knockout, he'll take it. His knockout ratio is 94%, 90 something, in the high 90s percentage. So he's you could pretty much expect a knockout versus almost every person he fights. So Mayweather doesn't really go for knockouts. He's one of the guys that's he'll up you on the scorecards. You know what I mean? He'll always win the round because of his style, his aggressive defense, stuff like that. All the rules that make you win a round is why Mayweather wins rounds, but he doesn't get knockouts that often. You know what I mean? So that's the difference between the two. But does anybody think Roach is gonna pose a challenge for Tank? I don't even think he's gonna do anything to Tank. I think, in my opinion, this is gonna be a knockout in 6 rounds. I don't think it'll go to the decision, because if it does, Tank is obviously in trouble at that point, because he's probably losing too many rounds. He doesn't know he's down, and he just ends up losing the the match because
You may
he didn't
feel like
realize
it's
he
your
was out.
time, but
All
it's not
right,
your
Champ
time.
Brandon, thanks for calling in. It looks like we got Two-Tone the Superstar and Johnny from the Hangout Spot. What up, fellas? We are talking Tank versus Lamont Roach. It's official tissue, official press conference, Tuesday, December 1st, Brooklyn, New York City, man. It's going down. Tank is fighting Lamont Roach. There's no hope. We thought it could have been getting canceled. That's not happening. It's official. December 3rd,
Yeah, man.
excuse me. December 3rd. December 3rd.
You said what?
December 3rd is the press conference.
Oh wow, December 3rd. Can't wait for that. Yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna go. Tank gonna be losing the first 3 rounds. Then he's gonna download the data. Then he gonna knock this dude out in round 7 or 8. Then he gonna do the backflip. Then Jim Gray's gonna get in the ring, or Caleb Plant's wife, and say, "Who do you want next?" And Tank's gonna say, "I want all those guys." Then they're gonna go to the press conference, and Elliot Setback's gonna say, "Who do you want next?" He say, "I want all the guys." This is a pretty much Tank script. What you think, John?
You said it. You said it best there, man. Like I said, I just hope there's something that pops off in this presser that piques my interest, man. Because right now, I don't care for this fight, and it's just because of what Tone said, man. I've seen this movie before.
John lying. John, you really gonna lie in front of me like that?
What you saying? What you mean?
Knowing he already hit me up talking about, yo, put me down. I want to cover this one. How you want to go all the way from Florida to New York if it's a whack fight? I wouldn't go.
Well, because I'm going back to my roots, man. Shout out to Barclays Center, man, for getting this fight, man. Yo, listen, when I lived in the Northeast, the Barclays Center was my second home, man. I hit a lot of fights there.
He said, I'm going back to my roots. So it's about getting a chance to go to the Brooklyn and visiting the hometown. It ain't about Tank putting on a fucking movie that you know he going to get a knockout.
Nah, it's killing 2 birds with 1 stone, man. I get to go back home. I get to see Mom Dukes, some of my peoples in Bushwick, and I get to make some connections out there in Brooklyn. But like I said, Barclays was my second home, man. Used to hit a lot of fights there. 40-40 Club was always popping inside the Barclays. So I think it'll be a good event. I really do. I mean, I think the undercard is decent. If the rumored undercard is what goes, if it goes down, as what we talked about last week. But I'm not thrilled about the main event at all. I mean, I've made that clear. I'm not thrilled about it at all. And I agree.
Mean, again,
I agree with the call.
The main event isn't the strongest, but that's the point. Like, that's why this card is better than the David card, because it comes attached to, a good undercard.
Right. I mean, absolutely. I think, in my opinion, right now, the undercard is what's carrying the entire card itself, because we've all seen, the Tank movie before, man. We're looking at a late round stoppage, so I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to congratulate Tank right now. I'm going to get that out of the way. Congratulations on your knockout victory, because that's exactly what we're going to see March 1st. Absolutely.
So for those that don't know, this is the rumored card, and you'll have obviously Tank versus Lamont Roach. Then you will get allegedly Rayo Venezuela versus Gary Antoine Russell. Jamal Charlo versus Cornflake Thomas Lamana. And Mantis Stanonius taking on Shakram Giasov. And the Dominican Brethren WBC champion Alberto Puello taking on España zone Sandor Martin. So it is a solid card. Certainly worth my money when you give me a package deal like this. Tone, fire stick in it, or is this worthy of your bucks?
I mean that undercard, not going to cap with you. That undercard's fire, man. You got Puello, you got Cornflake versus Charlo, Stanionis from the Game of Thrones, King's Lannister, Rayo Russell. Undercard is fire. Sandor Martin too. I mean, this is if this is at $80, Fire Stick Boys outside.
That's a shame. That's a shame. I was waiting for you to say that because 4 champions. and legit champions. Like Puello's a decent champion. Who he beat for that belt? He beat a decent name for that belt. Then Rayo upset Isak for that belt. Tank, obviously a great champ. You got 4 championship bouts on this fight. The only one's not a champion is Charlo.
I mean, that's a $50 card right here.
Stenonius is the WBA regular champ. He's the real champ. A win here means a boots fight. I don't know. A lot of implications in this undercard. Again, strong undercard to make up for not so strong of a main event. Makes the pill easier to swallow is what I thought. But look, you guys don't got to feel like me. For me, that's how I feel like, okay, that ain't the best main event, but it's a Tank fight. So everybody come out for a Tank fight. Now he got a good undercard. That's worthy. You could kind of do a fight party with this. Kinda.
I mean, this is Tank. You go, like the fight party lit. Like, especially in Brooklyn, you have white yams, black yams, Dominican yams, Puerto Rican yams, Asian yams. This is Yam City in Brooklyn. Like, if you going out there, it's about to be a movie.
I'm telling you, that's the reason why I want to go out there. I've been to a fight at Barclays. It'd be popping over there, man. I don't
understand y'all, though. How could a movie be a movie without good actors?
Well, you just sold us on the supporting actors in this undercard.
So I sold you. Listen, y'all won't go out.
It's a solid card.
Y'all won't say this if the main event was Puello and Tank wasn't on this card. So y'all know it's Tank that's making y'all think about fucking fight parties and movies.
No, I've always said it. Gervonta Tank Davis is the black Jake Paul with extreme boxing ability skills. The way better version of Jake Paul. Tank is an attraction. When we have an attraction, the default person, because you got to think, when you walk out there to the street, you talk to them young niggas, the default person they talk about is Gervonta Tank Davis. So he's going to garner the party. Yes, if you a single man and you want to party, you going to go to the Tank fight and find something, bro. You going to find some yams out there.
Yo, Ness, I've been to a Danny Garcia fight at Barclays, and it was lit. Barclays going to be lit regardless. But you're right. I mean, people are going to come out for Tank.
Bro, I went to the NBA draft. My homeboy was getting drafted to the Utah Jazz. And upstairs in the suite, it's Tank Nation up there. 4 different Tank posters, like murals of Tank. Barclays is Tank's house, bro. That's his crib. I mean, they love Tank at Barclays.
He literally posted that when he announced it on X. He said, my new home, but I'll screen share. I mean, my second home, excuse me.
Yeah, I was up there. I said, damn, there's a lot of Tank promo up here.
As you can see the caption there, he posted this 4 hours ago. He says, my second home, me versus 5 Head, March 1st, New York. Let's go. Hashtag the one. And obviously, instead of 4 Head, 5 Head, because he's saying Lamont got a headline push back and big ass forehead for the slow people in the back.
Did you see the video of Roach saying he's gonna teach you how to knock Tank out?
No.
Oh,
that ain't go viral.
See, those are the things I need for him to say.
What
during
you said?
The presser
what you said again, Tom? What you said again?
He said, "I'm gonna teach you how to knock Tank out."
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
Did he knock him out in amateurs?
Absolutely not.
Okay. But look, I love being surprised. Those are the best fights. When you get that surprise, you get that upset win. Jerry Soriano, $2. Here come the Funky Bunch. Pistol Parkway Mozzie, $2. Two-tone prediction was gold. New York Giants for life, $5. Tank will carry this dude for 6 or 7 rounds, then plug in everything. Tone, scripted, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Rolling on the floor, laughing out loud, Tank TV. We got Tyron. Actually, Tyron, hold on. Quest was first. What up?
1 2 1 2. How my audio sound?
Straight.
What's up, TBV? What's going on, Johnny? What's up, Two Tone?
Chilling.
What up? Man?
Man, this is musty energy, as Two Tone would say. Man, this is musty energy by Tank, man. So you telling me this nigga had a list of fighters he wanted to fight, and Lamont Roach was on that list? Come on, Tank, man. And I like Tank, bro. I'm a DMV native. And I like Lamont
but think
Roach.
about it. If I got a list, why wouldn't I want to give my peoples a hometown rivalry?
I mean, I get it, man. I'm not
this
really
like Canelo just did the Edgar Berlanga. He did it. Why? He said why he did it. Because it's a great war for Puerto Rico versus Mexico. This is the same thing for Tank, except it's not as big as Puerto Rico versus Mexico. It's in like you said it. You said it. You said you DMV. Yeah, but you say you DMV. Don't y'all beef with Baltimore?
Man, this fight should have been happened, bro. If he wanted to fight someone like a DMV nigga, he should have been fought this nigga, bro.
Ain't no better time than now. They both champions. I mean, if you want to say a DMV fight could have happened, yeah, I believe Gary Russell should have been happened 10 years ago.
Yeah, facts, man. Tank Davis, bro. This fight is not. You think this fight better than Shakur versus Cordina?
Yeah, no. Well, I think this fight is better than Shakur
yeah.
Cordina. Yeah, I think it is.
I mean, Cordina was coming off a knockout loss.
Yeah. I mean, Lamont Roach ain't no slouch, man. Lamont Roach, he has a good record, man. He like a former champion and all that, man. He's a good fighter, but Tank got to stop pulling these dudes up from lower weight classes, man. It's like he's pulling these dudes up from lower weight classes, and he's hydrating them, bro. Like, come on, man. Tank Davis, he should have been fought Lamont Roach. He should have been fought Russell, like you said.
What you mean rehydrating them?
Isn't like he does that clause, right? There's no clause in this fight?
No. He's moving up. You know, Roach fights at 30. He's going to be fighting at 35 versus Tank. That's it.
Yeah, man. It's this fight right here, man. This fight not better than the Frank Martin fight. Frank Martin, he could talk. He talk hot. Lamont Roach out here saying, "I'm gonna teach you guys how to knock out Tank." Nigga, you couldn't even knock out the niggas in a lower weight class. How you gonna knock out Tank? This shit right here don't make no sense, man. The card, everything underneath, like the undercard is like, I'm more excited for Jamar Charlo, his return. I want to see how he look, man. I'm more excited for that fight than Tank Davis. This fight, this card right here, man, it's a good card. It's a good card, but the main event is really, really underselling it, man. The main event could be way better, but you know, people gonna come out and watch Tank. He gonna knock him out like I say he is. Hey, man, it's musty energy. Tank gotta do better, man. Tank gotta do better. Hey, shout out TBB. I'm out, man.
Peace, Tyron. I'm putting a little bit of on Cornflake.
That was Quest. This Tyron. What up?
Yo, what's good, Ness?
What
good,
up?
Two-Tone?
What up, Tyron?
Everybody, shouts out TBV. Hope everyone blessed tuning in. Yeah, just going back over what Quest was saying, like, I'm more so intrigued with Charlo to see him come back. This card is definitely not an $80 card. I don't even know how Tank sells this fight at this point. I'm just tired of him fighting these fighters, right? And you got bigger fish out there that you can fry. Shakur supposedly didn't have a fight. Supposedly him and Floyd Schofield still going on. So it's like you could have reached out to see if Shakur, want to take that fight. But I'm not too excited about the main event next in Two-Tone. Definitely not an $80 pay-per-view. I'll most likely probably just go to my pop's house or see if someone else gonna get it. But yeah, I'm not really feeling the main event. Tank is gonna KO him, get him out of there. But it's to me, I feel like at this stage in Tank's career, I feel like the way that he's going, say if he fight Roach and next he get another tune-up, and if you go into, let's see, a T.O. or Shakur fight, I think they'll get him. Because I think just the level of opposition that Tank is fighting right now, it's like, are they supposed to be getting you ready for the bigger fights like Shakur, T.O., Haney? Like, you know what I mean? Or are you just going to continue to keep fighting these fighters and just be like Two Tone said, like a Jake Paul, right? And it's funny because when Canelo was fighting Berlanga, everybody was shitting on his card on the undercard. Like nobody wanted to see Danny. Oh, they old. And now it's like what we're praising Tank undercard with Charlo, and it's like what because it's Tank now. You know what I mean? But I'm just not feeling the main event for sure. Like Tank is too good to be fighting these fighters, these level of opposition. Like we want to see him in a big fight. You know what I mean? Like Ryan Garcia, to me, that was an expedition cash out fight. But now Tank is like, stop pulling these fighters up. How about you go back up and wait, or you fight one of these four kings? You know what I mean? That's where I'm at right now with it, Ness and Two Tone. How do you guys feel about it, and how do you guys think this pay-per-view does? Like, does it crack about what 350, 400? Do you think? But that's just all I had, man. I appreciate your shout out to
Let me ask you. You still got a couple seconds. Is this undercard better than the last one? Because that's your answer. Because I can't even remember who was on the Frank undercard, and that shit did 350.
David Benavidez.
Yeah, I can't. He was. Oh, he was.
Yeah, but that was a whack fight. Come on, ain't nobody care about that fight. I ain't even care about that fight.
Yeah. I mean, Tank. I mean, he gonna do good numbers because it's Tank. He's an attraction like Two Tone was saying. And it just seems like now with these fighters that's not fighting the opposition, they just try to stack the undercard and make it as good as possible to sell the pay-per-view, which is cool. But it's just like now after this, Tank, you got to get in there with the big dogs, man. But that's just my call. I appreciate you, Ness. Shout out TBV.
All right.
You may feel like it's your time.
So everybody's obviously, is going viral, and that's because Floyd is Floyd, and if he say someone's next up, they next up. So people mad at Carmel. He allegedly came in 148 pounds. I think there was a mistake, and they misheard. Like, he probably came in 138. 148 seems crazy. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe he was 141 his last fight. But this fight allegedly was contracted at 133. So, yeah, looks like Carmel Moulton missed weight, and I guess his fight may be off.
Here is 6-0, 5 wins by knockout from Salt Lake City, Utah. Now Las Vegas, Carmel Big Deal Mota. 148. 148.7, let's use that. 148.7 for Carmel Mota.
See, if you watch Moulton, he starts acting like, yo, what was the weight? And you going to hear other people. I think that scale was off because he starts asking himself, like, yo, what was the contract weight? Like, something like he feels like something's wrong himself.
148. They supposed to be 133. 148. Oh, so he already know. They know.
You see his face, and he like, oh, what? And he going looking at papers and shit. Now, is this him playing it off? I don't know. Hopefully the fight ain't off, man, because outside of his fight, all we got is the Sonny Edwards fight.
You have oh damn, that was supposed to be tomorrow. Man, but yeah, I mean, you ever got caught cheating and you look at the evidence, you be squinting, but you know you was cheating. But
yo, you ain't
like,
shit.
Is that me? But
or better yet, when you were young and they asked you where your homework was and you just looked in your binder. Meanwhile, you know damn well you ain't do it.
Hey, you keep looking in the bag too? Like,
I did that shit all the time.
No, but Thanksgiving was yesterday, Ness.
What that mean?
Why would
said that man was in a food coma?
Yeah, man, had yams, greens, cornbread. Where's he at? Philly? This in Philly, right?
Yes.
Oh Lord, child, what in them Philly Thanksgiving?
But that's what I'm saying. How you having Thanksgiving on the road? Where you getting Boston Market or some shit? Like, come on, man. He had to fly into Philly. He left his family back home. Who made him dinner? Who made him Thanksgiving dinner? Who gave him yams and potatoes and collard green? He ain't getting none of that fattening shit. From where?
You can buy a turkey at Popeyes
Something
now, man.
wrong with the scale. They knew it was a slow week. So how do you get a slow week to be hot? I mean, you make the hottest prospect in boxing have something controversial to be discussed. Trees, my bad.
Yow.
Yo.
What up, though? What up, though? Hey, man. I ain't really upset with the Tank Davis, man. Like, my man's is a spectacle fighter, man. You feel me? You tune in, no matter who he fight. Like I say, man, motherfucker could be fighting a literal cab driver. I'm tuning in to watch that shit. I ain't gonna hold you up. I don't give a fuck. He could fight. He could fight the motherfucking janitor who work at the Barclays Center, and I'm gonna tune in to watch him knock his shit loose. That's just how I go, man. Hey, but I hear y'all talking about this undercard and shit. Like, I'm not. I mean, the undercard cool and shit, but like that Puello and Sandor shit, man. I don't really. That's cool, but like, what the fuck? I'm not. When the fuck have y'all ever been excited to watch Sandor Martin fight? Like, what the fuck? Y'all like, I don't know, man. He's a good.
Hold on. You sound silly right now. So you wasn't excited to watch him fight Mikey?
I mean, I was excited to
And,
watch Mikey fight.
after he upset Mikey, you wasn't excited to watch him fight Tio? And
Nah,
after you watching
tell him
Tio
to fight Devin. You did say Devin.
And after you watching Tio put him down 2 times, oh, that didn't excite you, you fake ass fan?
Whoa, I gotta be a fake.
Him to fight Devin. You wanted him to fight Devin.
Exactly. You called him for him to fight Devin. He upset Mikey.
Whoa. Who the fuck called him? You've never heard.
Yes, you did. You said
you've
fights are mandatory.
No.
You said fights
You've
are
never
mandatory.
heard,
You said fights are mandatory. You said
You
fights are
heard
mandatory.
fuck no. You heard Trees get on this bitch and say fight a Broner, fight a Pacquiao. You never heard me mention no goddamn Sandor Martin. I don't give a fuck about no. Shout out to him. He's a great fighter. Fantastic fighter. He's a hell of a fighter, but I don't want him in there with no Devin Haney. Shout out to him. I like what he doing shit, but I don't get he don't do no numbers for my nigga Devin. I told you I want my nigga Devin in there with spectacle fighters. Sandor Martin ain't no fucking spectacle fighter, gang. But shout out to him. And my nigga, this how the fuck Gary Antoine Russell getting another title shot coming off of L?
Damn,
but that's
yo, shout out to Natasha Spence. She getting a comeback fight in America. Canada takeover.
Shout out to her. But my man Gary Antoine Russell, man, he getting the title shot coming off the L and shit like that, bro. I'm not into that type of shit, man. How come my man, what's my man, De Los Santos?
God
why the fuck?
damn, I'm sorry.
Why the fuck Santos in the mix, man?
Bro, the girl she fighting is making her debut, and she's the main event. Natasha not even the main event. Who the fuck is Tam? Tam Tabula? I don't know what the fuck that is. But
on the MVP card?
Yeah.
That sounds familiar. That girl sounds familiar. Oh, that Hammer girl. Is she? Oh, look her up. She sounds familiar. Like she do something. Like
damn, MVP got them another girl, and it's a middleweight.
That's for your girl. I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yo, like
she hit me up talking about pick a side. I'm like, damn, champ, I'm riding with you. What you mean?
She on your ass, man.
They be wildin', bro.
Hey, she on your ass.
Huh?
Between Shadaves and Clarissa?
What you mean?
Pick a side.
No, she's saying in general, bro. Either you riding or you dying, man. Either you riding or you lying.
Saying like all that hype that he was giving Fran Sean, you feel me?
Ain't no
he ain't
hype.
He ain't allowed to say
the truth. You feel me?
I mean, it's the truth, but you ain't allowed you to feel me. They don't want to hear that. You can't speak the truth. You got to be right, like you say, riding or dying.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But hey, I just want to say though, where the fuck is my man Edwin De Los Santos? Why isn't he on this card somewhere? I want to see him in there with Riot.
De Los Santos. Oh yeah, that dude. They just be using his name and shit. I don't know what's up.
I want to see him get that remix. How come Riot wouldn't calling him out? You got a belt now. Should put that bitch on the line against him. He knocks your shit loose.
I mean, you know why? Because it's like we beat you. You know, he beat us. We moving on. You know, because now we champ. Like people do that shit all the time.
Even still, I would have liked to see my man in the mix. Fuck it, throw De Los Santos in there with Tank. At least he could have built like, oh well, fuck it. I knock his shit loose. See, Shakur, you couldn't do this type of shit. It's like, damn, at least it give me a little story, like some building, some storytelling. You feel me? Like this Lamont Roach shit. Like I know who he is. We know who he is. But a lot of man, I don't know, man. A lot of people don't know who he is, and then the shit taking place in New York. So I don't know, man. This shit. But shout out TBV, shout out Toledo, Ohio, man. Charlo, man, hey, look well, do what you're doing. Hopefully, we can get you in the mix with that Berlanga fella that some people like around here a whole lot. But
that's a great
y'all
fight.
be cool, man.
Great
Y'all
fight.
be cool.
Berlanga Charlo, great fight. New York City, Puerto Rican Day Parade, movie
Word.
status.
Mm-mm.
Who this? Jay
Yeah.
Will? What up? Go ahead, Johnny.
Yo, has Tank ever been in a 50-50 fight, like a fight that we actually thought that he could potentially lose?
No.
No. That's what I thought.
No, sir. No, sir. Last time that happened was Pedraza. The last time. But Jay Will in Ohio. Ushalalo. Killer.
Used to get in at Ohio.
Yo, what's up, fellas? Yo, who just said that? Who just asked the 50-50 question? Johnny?
Johnny on the hangout spot.
Yeah, man, you take a little bit of sell out my thunder, man. I was about to just say that. Like you put it right on the head. Like
But we know that.
First,
but let's be real. Like, where's Shakur 50-50 fight? Did he have one yet, Jay Will? I ain't ring the bell, by the way. But did he have a 50-50 fight?
But I think the circumstances are different because Shakur is actually
they different.
Yeah, Shakur
they different. Hey, do me a favor. Tell Johnny, since he's new, what's Devin's 50-50 fight? Since that one taking you long, I don't know. What's another big name in the sport? What's Boots 50-50 fight?
See, but the reason why I asked that question was because I want
let me answer the question. Let me answer the question real
50-50
quick.
fight. I want Shakur to have a 50-50
But he didn't
fight.
have
Get
one
it?
though. But he didn't have one.
Get it?
But hold on.
But he didn't have
So
when
Johnny, don't let Ness sidetrack you. Don't let Ness sidetrack you because there's context to that. So, for instance, like with Devin was going up to T.O. after T.O. fights, looking for the fight, but T.O. didn't want to fight him. So, also when it came down to Shakur was looking for smoke as well, and nobody seemed to want to return that from the Davis camp. Now, when it gets to like not getting to the 50-50 fights, like when you're the cash cow, you really remove all excuses for getting 50-50 fights. Now, I'm gonna be 100. I can't sit here and expect for him to fight Devin, then Shakur, then Ryan all back to back. So nobody's asking him to do that. But as my man Johnny said, he doesn't have one 50-50 fight. Now, when you look at all the greats,
but neither does his contemporaries. The only one is Tio, who fought Loma at that time. That could have been maybe considered 60-40 Loma's way, 75-25 Loma's way. But you accent Tank, and I'm not protecting Tank. I'm just simply telling the truth. You asking Tank to do something.
I hear you.
Something that Virgil did by accident, right? Like now in retrospect, we could say, oh, Virgil had a 50-50 fight with Boacek. Going into that fight, he was a favorite. So was Zoo.
Right.
Zoo was a favorite fight in Murataya. I mean, Bakram Mulatayev. So now y'all gonna say, oh, he fought a 50-50. No, he was a 7-1. So
right.
Tank
but this is the
wasn't
difference,
lying when he said nobody doing it. Who doing it?
But this is the difference to me. This is the difference to me between them is that Tank is the cash cow. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. You got what you've been wanting. You get all this money for each fight. You are the cash king. You're the cash cow. So therefore, you don't have.
Give us one 50-50 fight that Canelo gave us after Triple G.
See, that's the thing, though. That's what I'm talking about. See, like, hold on.
No, he wasn't a favorite.
Hold on, but see, that's my
hold on. Let me just teach him. Let me just teach him. Remember, everybody was calling Bivol a cherry pick, and that's why after he beat him, they said cherry pick gone wrong. But go ahead.
This is my.
Go ahead.
But this is my thing, though. Like, if you look at Floyd at a point in time of his career, he ran to the smoke. Manny, pretty much all his career, he ran to the smoke. As you just mentioned with Canelo, you say I'm a big Canelo hater. I will attest that once upon a time he did also run to the smoke with Lara and Triple G. If you want to consider Triple G running to the smoke, there's never been one time in this nigga Tank's career where he ran to the smoke to show that he was the best, and that's a problem, especially when you're the cash cow. And since you're the cash cow, that removes all hurdles. That removes all blocks from making a fight because you dictate the terms. So that's why it's like all fingers point to Gervonta because unfortunately, like I said, heavy is the head that wear the crown. So when you have all your predecessors, all the greats before you that yeah, at later parts in their career, they didn't really run for the smoke, but you never run to the smoke at any point in time of your career. And then when your promoter's about to throw you to Lomachenko back in the day, you thinking he's about to try to set you up to lose. It really starts making me think that Tank don't have the most confidence in himself. I mean, if you really want to talk about it, we can really talk it because, like I said, all these other great fighters before him ran to the smoke. Even sometimes when they were the cash cow, they had to feel like, you know what, sometimes you got to put some respect on my name. When it came down to Ricky Hatton and Mayweather was like, hold on, bro, you can't be saying this shit like I'm a born fighter, nigga, set the fight up. So it's unfortunate that this dude never feels the need to prove that he's the best because he's already the cash cow. And he never, he really didn't have to do it to be the cash cow. Now, speaking about the pay-per-view sales, people saying the 350. I don't see this doing 350. I don't see this doing what Frank did. Because the reason why I don't see what Frank did, because the one Frank talks more. Frank's way more popular, I would say, on the social media wise. And he was just way more popular in boxing, period, because he had that association with Spence. So, with all that being combined in the fact that when I do go watch Lamont interviews, he's not that much of a talker. Lamont really doesn't entertain when he's doing these interviews at all. He's pretty much Bud 2.0 when he's doing these interviews. I mean, not to knock him or nothing, but that's his personality. So, this fight does not do 350 at all. I don't care who's on the undercard because everybody's paying to watch Tank.
I disagree.
So,
but yeah, I disagree. I think this undercard is way better than the Frank undercard. I get that Benavidez was there, but you got more decent matchups here.
true, but I mean, the reason why he gets 350 is because he's getting a lot of the casuals to buy his fight. And the casuals ain't checking for that undercard shit.
You right, but hardcores also this brings out more hardcores. Remember, the hardcore fan base hardcore fan base is already at 200,000-300,000. I mean, there's probably 1 million of us, but we could be registered at 250,000. Why? Because that's what Gennady Golovkin Lemieux did. That's what Daniel Jacobs Gennady did. That's what Kovalev Ward did. Those hardcore fights, we paid for them, and it was only about 200,000 of us. So Tank does that with us. He does that with us, and there's more of us. We just don't all come out. But with this type of undercard, I think we come out. That's why the last one was good, because David was on it.
I still feel like the two tones are gonna steal this.
Possibly.
The people are
Possibly.
Yeah,
I mean, Tone is it's not his fault though. He's traumatized. Y'all keep giving him bad fights. He fighting back.
Respect it. Hey, I mean, to each his own. But yeah, I mean, I'm really starting to think that I think Tank is confident with like a Shakur. I think Tank is confident with like Devin. But when it comes to maybe somebody like Tiafimo, he already showed that he was hesitant against Loma. He had some fear of losing against Loma. Maybe not so much now, but when it comes down to Tiafimo and shit, hell, he was nervous for the Ryan fight, and everybody had him blowing Ryan the fuck out, and he even confessed that he was nervous about losing at Ryan.
But he did it.
I think
he did it, and that was another fight. Like, we don't like to give him credit, but he was what, like a 325, right, or less than that. The betting line, I could look it up. He wasn't that big a favorite. He was a favorite, but he's not that big. So it's not 50-50, but it was like 60-40.
I agree. 60-40, maybe 65, 35, but I think there's certain matchups that he ain't the shit that he's talking is not really genuine. I don't think he really believes he can go in there and blow out a TFPMO like that.
So for
I don't
Ryan,
think that.
he opened up. Look, smaller than I thought. Ryan was a plus 350. He was a minus. Well, actually, more than I thought. He was a minus 360. So 3.5, 4-1 almost. And it went up
Yeah.
a lot. It went up over time. Money came in on Ryan, and he dropped as low as a minus 182. Tank did,
I mean,
which is crazy. That means the fight got closer. As it got closer, he got less of a favorite.
So the four horsemen again is Ryan, Tank, T.O., and Devin.
That's it. That's
He
it.
fought Ryan. But damn, you think Keyshawn could be put in there?
Nah, he can't be put. He could force himself in. He can't be put. He can't just make people horsemen. He wasn't part of this shit.
True.
I mean, Tank being an attraction. I mean, if he does his normal pay-per-view buys, is that really a win?
Yeah.
Because if he does his normal pay-per-view buys,
I mean, are we talking
Impact,
a new? Are we talking a new normal? Because 350 is a lot. My math is like 18 to 22 million on 200. I mean, 350. That's better numbers. That's even more money. More money, more money.
So I mean, based off that, David Benavidez was on the undercard.
We talking 28 million just in pay-per-views. Don't forget he pulling damn near $20 million gate. Now we talking about 48 million. We talking about half a hundred that he generate on his own, bruh. Solo dolo.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, as far as that, cool, the money gonna be right, money gonna be the same. But is his impact after this fight going to be where it needs to be? Is there going to be any growth, or are they going to be cool with that?
We'll see.
I mean,
we'll see. I think we're gonna see with this one of the numbers, like if there's a decline in the numbers, right?
yeah, I mean, last time this was his first fight out of prison, and David Benavidez was on the card.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but he's giving you his slick black fighter era. I'm taking on.
Yeah, I'm interested to see.
I'm
if
taking
he
on
slaps,
all slick black fighters right now, man. Jay Will, let me get to some other callers. Youssef at the barbershop.
and I think Loma was a 50-50 fight for Devin, and Ryan Garcia's 50-50 fight.
I don't even want to go by percentages. I don't even want to go by percentages. What I should have said was there any fight that fans realistically thought going into that fight that Tank can lose? Because I can name a couple of fights that we thought Devin might lose. I can name a couple of fights we thought Tio might lose. And even Shakur. I think there were a lot of people that thought maybe Valdez could beat him. Not me, but there were people. I don't see a fight that I thought that Tank had a possibility to lose.
Yeah,
that's just me.
Not you, but people, like you said, other people probably thought he could lose to Ryan, and specifically named Two-Tone to the right of you.
Well,
yeah, I thought Ryan was. I mean, once all the clauses came in, I was like, I'm out.
Yeah,
you weren't out. You weren't out. You were still banging the Ryan drum, thinking he was going to get it done.
I mean, I had to support my friend at that point.
All right, don't try to change it now. I'm trying to walk it back post fight.
No, I'm not walking it back, but I'm like to keep it 100. I wasn't like, damn, like that shit took the air out the balloon. As soon as all them fucking clauses came down, I'm like, oh my gosh, bro.
I tried to tell y'all, man. Y'all wouldn't listen to me.
I'm just waiting for a caller to call in and tell me why he thinks Lamont Roach is going to be Tank.
You said what up?
You okay, hear me?
Yep.
Word.
Yeah, man. What's Gucci? Everybody on the panel. Shit, man. Fuck it. Unfortunately, I mean, I don't have nothing bad to say about this fight. I know a lot of Tank fans ain't fucking with it. Some is, some aren't. me as a Tank fan, I'm cool with it. I'm gonna watch Tank regardless. Myself personally, I was hoping this fight would still stay in Houston, so I can go right down the street and watch that motherfucker. But it's all good. I mean, I guess I gotta just. I'm about a pay per view. I understand people's frustrations on it. That it's still a mind after all the creases got ironed out. But yeah, man, I was hoping this should be in Houston. That's really all I gotta say. But hopefully this shit don't flop. Hopefully it sell for Tank's sake. But I mean, guess it's in Brooklyn now, so it is what it is. And I think I saw about the Floyd Schofield and Shakur thing. Just real quick, cause I listened to a little bit, but I had to skip through. I've been busy at the shop and stuff. But did they get that fight going through now? I've been seeing a lot of shit on Twitter and YouTube and stuff. I just had a quick
I
question on
mean,
that real fast.
it's allegedly done and allegedly not done. Schofield saying they accepted it and that they promoted signing off.
Yeah, because I seen the video earlier
ain't
when y'all showed
it
his
hasn't been announced
video.
yet.
Okay, I mean, well, shit, that's really all. I seen the T.O. and Devin topic also. I couldn't call in on that one. My mic was fucked up also. I don't know what the fuck is going on with my phone. But that's all I want to say on the topic with the Tank and shit. I mean, I'm by myself, but I understand the frustrations of others. So we gonna see if Tank can do what he do. But other than that, man, I catch you on the next one. If I hear something back, I'll call back in, kind of punch or whatever.
All right.
All
Yeah,
right.
man. I guess it's just an economic thing, bro. They looking at it like, bro, we got something here. We gotta protect it. We gotta eat, right? Like, who else is generating that type of dough, especially with Earl Spence off the board? It is and Wilder's off the board. Like, keep in mind, it used to be a time when PBC had pay-per-view stars. Now Wilder's done. Earl is, we don't know what. All they got left is Tank. I'm not justifying, nor nor am I making excuses. I'm just trying to figure out why. Why? Because I'm with you. I'm not saying that I don't want a 50-50. Like, my fight, I want Shakur. I want a unification. Like, bro, he like 7 years pro, never unified. That shit is crazy. Never cared to unify. That is
Ness,
crazy.
who keeping the lights on over there?
Tank. That's what I just tried to explain. Like, maybe that's why maybe that's why they don't put him in them type of fights, because he still generating dough. Like, is he the only one?
You may feel like it's your time.
Keeping the lights on? No, because they deal with Canelo, but he's a major factor in that business. At least that's what it seems like. But last call for alcohol. If you're trying to call in and voice your opinion, now is the time. We got Mike Will. Welcome to the prospect level. Remember, if you're a prospect or higher, you get to ask our guests a question. I am going to be having a couple of guests next week. Standout amateur Price Sparrow will be on the show. He's turning pro. He's signed to Fighter First Management, same management company as Brian Norman Jr. We got the pull-out bandit, $5, Treese Cap, ASL. He was begging Dev not to fight Ryan and to fight Sandor instead. I thought we heard the same thing. $10 right back at us from the pull-out bandit. Never mind a 50-50 fight. 10K to fight where he was the betting odd underdog when he has Dev, Teal, Shakur when has Dev, Teal, Shakur ever been plus money odds? Yeah, I mean, but bro, you talking about Pedraza, man, dude. Like, come on, bro. That's like 20 years ago, man. Chill. James Benitez, $2. Will Lamont flinch at the presser? I don't know. James Benitez, $2 more. Kerr stops Kid early. Then Tank stops Lamont. I hope that means the setup, bro. Hopefully that means the setup. Tip, Bellis.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Louis the Cubist, man. You know what I'm saying? We back in business, baby. We back in business. 2025 rollout. Here you go, y'all. They said it was over, but I came back like 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? That's what Al telling them right now. Ain't that right, Ness? Ain't that what Al telling them? Came back like 4-5. It ain't to play games with you. Holly Main you. Yo, whoa. Yo, can you hear me?
I hear you, but
Yeah.
when you butcher Jay line like that, you know, we pause and discuss.
Hey, well, I'm a Nas fan anyway, man. I don't listen to that garbage, man. You know what I'm saying?
Just like you
It's like
ain't
five.
just like you not a Bud fan, but you use them in your post fight.
Hey, bro, that was
You
one
use
little
the
thing,
greats when
man.
it
I can't.
matters, as what it feel like. You use the greats when it matters.
Yo,
You needed to make a statement in your call. You use Jay-Z. You needed to make a statement in your post fight. You use Bud Crawford. I see how you doing.
I think it's a stretch. It's a stretch to call Jay Z great. Like Jay Z is good, but great is an overstatement, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Great is an overstatement. But yeah, man. The 2025 rollout. We're gonna start it off with David Benavidez, and we got a bunch of the boys going over to the zone. You know what I'm saying, to help out Real season in need, man, because they need the talent to support their card, because they can't do it on them. They can't do it on their own, man. So when the times get tough, they got to call the PBC up. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Aries Lambilara. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Carlos Adames. You know, sending our boys, our Dominicans and our Cuban fighters over there to get some work, man, and they gonna come back champions. As expected, they gonna come back champions, man. So y'all was talking all that shit about how the fighters wasn't fighting over here. We was going out of business, and we wasn't crossing the street doing this and that and the third. Well, it's coming 2025, man. So I don't want to hear no excuses. They had a whole year to put on, and they ain't show up. But anyway, tomorrow we got Sonny Edwards versus Yafa. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a great fight. Derek Chisora pulling out, you know what I'm saying, along with Ala Waleem. That's a joke, you know what I'm saying? I commend Sonny, man, for holding his composure about not showing up to the press conference. Yeah, because that was wrong for them to move that time back. Oh, what is wrong with it? Yeah, what's up? Oh yeah, 1 second. Go sit down. I got you. Yeah, man. So we gonna get that tomorrow. Uh, we get Richardson Hitchens the week after, right?
Yep, December 7th.
Yeah, Hitchens versus Paro. Remember, I told y'all, man, put your money on Paro. We all gonna be winners at the end of this year, man. Put your money on Paro. Hitchens been looking suspect in his last couple of bouts. You know what I'm saying? Paro is definitely, and he's a minus 125, bro. So they telling you put the money on Paro, because Hitchens is a plus 100. And depending on who on the undercard, bro, you know what I'm saying? That I guarantee you that co-main, the favorite's gonna be a one-sided fight, bro. So I'm telling y'all, bet the money on Liam Paro, bro. Bet the money on Liam Paro. But that's all I gotta say, man. I gotta attend to my niece right quick.
All right, champ.
All right.
Yeah, man. I actually watched all the episodes that are out for that Pyro and Hitchens fight. How about you guys? I watched they sit down
I didn't watch them. I ain't watched them yet. I saw a
You may
clip.
feel like it's your
I saw the
time,
face off. I saw the face
but
off
it's
when they
not your
sat
time.
across each other.
yeah, I seen that. I seen two things. I might have to go through my history to know exactly, but I definitely seen two separate things. One that looked like a face off, like you're saying, where they sat across from each other. And oh yeah, the other one is make the days count, where he says he's a quitter. Um, Yeah, man, I'm having fun with that build up. That's a good build up. They both talking. Pyro is saying the right things too. He's making sure to continuously tell Hitchens you didn't want the Sabril Matias fight. You know, I like that. I like that. Keep throwing that in his face, because that's what he made us all believe, that he wasn't sure about the IBF rehydration and the 10 pounds and the yada this, yada that. So you know, stay on his neck. I like that. But last call for alcohol. Last call for alcohol. We got to all the super chats, fellas. Where can they find you?
Find me at Two Tone the Superstar on YouTube, respectfully.
And you can find me at the Hangout Spot on YouTube. Make sure y'all subscribe.
Right back at it tomorrow. Remember, I think we're going live around 12 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Or 11. I think it's 11 because the fight goes live at 2 p.m. Eastern, so we 3 hours behind that. So I believe it's 11. I'm not sure, but whatever. You'll get the notification. If not, just make sure you check in with the channel because we will be watching the fights tomorrow. We're going to watch the whole card. We did a poll, and you guys said you're going to watch the whole card, so we're going to watch the whole card. I just hope I don't fall asleep for that whole card because there are many, many fighters that I have no clue who they are. All right. Peace.
100.